Hi, welcome back to our What is a Disciple series as we just continue to answer that question. Last time, we talked about relationships, and in this lesson and probably the next couple, we're going to look at specifically what are some aspects of those relationships because, our relationships as followers of Christ have some differences compared to just everyday relationships in the world because we are called to be different. And this one's a big one. It's accountability. Accountability is a word that a lot of people don't like, but if you're going to truly be a follower of Christ, it's one that is vital. What accountability means is that there is someone who you are confessing sin to. They know your struggles, and in turn, they are holding you accountable to make sure that you don't struggle with that anymore. So with that, they are praying for you. They're asking you, what's going on. For example, let's say you want to quit smoking. And you confess, I've got this addiction. It's got a grip on my life. I want to get rid of it. I want it out of my life. And they say, okay, we're going to do this journey together. You're not going to do this alone. And they're going to commit to pray for you. They're going to commit to ask you and go, hey, how'd you do today? Did you stumble? Did you fail? Are you holding strong? And then if you continue to fail, they may put something else in place to really hold you accountable. Maybe it's every time you mess up during the day, you owe me $5. I've heard all sorts of different ways of holding people accountable. But that's what accountability is, because the Bible tells us to confess our sins to one another. And that's what we need to do. You need someone who you trust, and y'all know that in that place where you meet is a safe place. And you share those things with each other. You share your hurts. You share your struggles. You share your weaknesses. And then you hold each other accountable to say, I'm going to help you grow stronger. I'm not going to let you just confess this and continue to struggle. I'm going to help you change and help you avoid it. And we need accountability because sin's a big problem in the world. If we're going to be followers of Christ, we need to begin to rid ourselves of that sin. Be it an addiction to alcohol, drugs, cigarettes, pornography, sexual addictions. Be it just a self-worth issue. Whatever it is for you, your struggles, your hurts, your weaknesses, you need someone to hold you accountable to overcome those. And this is important. It may seem hard, it may be uncomfortable at first, it may seem unnatural, but this is something we're called to do, and it's a big part of those relationships that we're supposed to be having. So if you want to be a disciple, again, you need relationships. It's not just enough to have those relationships. They need to have some specific characteristics. It needs to be you meeting with another follower of Christ, and y'all need to be holding each other accountable, not just letting each other slide and live the status quo. Because ideally, eventually, it's not going to be about dealing with these sins we usually think of. It's going to be holding people accountable to say, you know what, I only shared the gospel 5 times this week, and I want to share more. And that's what the goal is, to start moving into holding people accountable to something like that, to say, you know what, I'm overcoming these sin struggles, but there's still some other things where I need to improve and need to grow. So I hope to start that journey today. Hopefully you started to form those relationships. Now look at those relationships and find someone who can be an accountability partner with you and can hold you up to the standard that we're called to live to.